Hello, my name is Danny Wells and I want to give you a huge, enormous welcome to the team. So this is our getting started video. So you have decided to start your own network marketing business, and if you're unfamiliar with the network marketing industry, it's actually the fastest growing industry of all time. So it's turning over billions and billions of pounds, dollars. It's even bigger than the movie and the music industry. They're paying out independent consultants like ourselves thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds every single day, going to lots of different people. So if you're doing this around a very busy life, maybe you've got a full-time job, a part-time job, children, parents to take care of, a house to run, this is a fantastic option to fit in around a busy life. That's not going to take you away from what it is that you need to be doing on a day-to-day basis, but means you can bring in that extra side income for whatever reason you've decided that you want that in your life. And for people, it varies. For some people, they want that extra side income for security, because they say that a side hustle is the best security you can have now. Our main jobs are not secure anymore. We don't know if we're going to get made redundant. We don't know if we're going to fall down the stairs, break our back, be out of work for 6 months. Where are we going to get that extra income from? Having a side business enables us to have that security. For some people, it's about having more time. Income might not be a problem for you, but you might work all of the time. And by having a side income, you can reduce your hours slightly. It might be to make more friends. It might be to network more. It might be to build your confidence, the personal development. I'm sure that you've got your reasons, and they vary from person to person. So when I first started my online business with Arbonne, I had no skills in running a business or, to be honest, with personal products. So I had no experience of skincare, nutrition, cosmetics, none of that. But what I liked was that I could see that this is the type of business that you can learn from scratch. You don't need to come on board with any skills. So everything is learnable. And what I loved about this was that we get free training. So we get endless free training. So if you're like me and you don't have those skills in your bag, you can learn this from scratch, which is wonderful. And we earn while we learn, which is great. So I had a very busy life when I started 4 years ago, and what I did was what I'm going to share with you now, because I want my hindsight to be your foresight. I want you to be able to learn from some of the mistakes that I made in the beginning. So I just want to share with you a couple of key golden nuggets that I learned that have helped me help other people propel much quicker than what I did in the beginning. Having an Arbonne ID number, having your Arbonne website, is very much like having a gym membership. So you've bought that ID number, which includes that website. And when you go to the gym, you buy that gym membership. And then what happens is, for example, with the gym, you decide that you're going to become an athlete and you're going to run the London Marathon, for example, in a year's time. And you know that you need to go to the gym 3 times a week, for example, and you need to consistently do that. And then when 12 months comes round, you are ready, you're in good form, you've put the hours in, and you're probably able to run that London Marathon and to be considered a great athlete. But if you have that gym ID number, that gym membership, and you decide that you're not going to go to the gym that week, and then the next week comes around and you're tired, or you're poorly, or for whatever different reason you don't go to the gym the week after, and then the next week comes around, and before you know it, 12 months has passed and you haven't gone to the gym, or you've gone very little, you're not then in the same position 12 months later to run the marathon. You're not an athlete, and that's no reflection on the gym at all. It's what you've done or not done with that gym membership. And that's what I very quickly learned with an Arbonne business. We all have an Arbonne online shop. And then what we do with that shop within, say, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, it varies from person to person. For me, I needed this to work. I was in a position where I had no time. My husband was working 7 days a week. He never ever got to see his family. We never ate dinner together. And I needed that extra income to be able to allow him to stop working overtime every weekend. And I was in a position where I was sick of saying no to everything. No, I can't chip in for so-and-so's birthday present. No, I can't go to that because I haven't got time. I was always saying no. It became like my most favorite word, although I was hating it. So I started an Arbonne business to basically be the solution to my problems. So when I got that ID number, much like the gym membership, I was all in and I was committed, and I absolutely ran with this business. Now, only a third of people that start an Arbonne business are what we call runners, people like me that have a problem in their life, no time, no money, no confidence, or for whatever reason, and they have power with that ID number, and they share these products, they share the Arbonne story with as many people as possible. And for me, I was sharing this story with probably 30 people a month in my first 12 months. So that was obviously a lot of people. But then you've got a third of people that kind of, they want Arbonne to work, but they're probably considered more of a jogger. So they probably talk to about 10 to 15 people a month, so half of what I was doing. And they know it's going to take them longer to get to where they want to go, but they're happy with that, and they sort of meander on, and that's absolutely fine. So they're what we'd call like a jogger. And then you've got your walkers. So the walkers are the people that have their gym membership, but they dip in and out of going to the gym. So there's not that consistent build up. So a bit like if you imagine pumping water from a well, if you pump, and then you stop, you've got to start from scratch again. When you pump, again, if you stop, you've got to start from scratch again. It doesn't stay where it is. Or if you imagine you build a sand castle, oh no, let's say a hole in the sand. You build a hole in the sand, and then you go away for 2 days. You come back and that hole's been filled, and you're like, oh, so you've got to start again. So you build the hole in the sand, then you go away for 2 days, and you come back and the hole's been filled again. And you're constantly going around in circles. It doesn't stay in the same place. And that is much like your Arbonne business. If you're a walker, the effort that you put in, if it isn't consistent, then it will shrink back like that hole in the sand. And that's absolutely fine if you're happy with that. You know, there are a lot of walkers in Arbonne that just walk with their business for a couple of years. They know that they're not going to earn the same income as if they were a jogger or a runner, but they're happy with that. They get their products at cost, they get to access the free training, they get to access the network, make some nice friends, and they're not earning millions of pounds, and they're okay with that. And that's absolutely fine as well. So what you need to do is decide over the next 12 months, do you want to be a walker? Do you want to be a jogger? Or do you want to be a runner? What is it you want out of this business? And what are you willing to put into it to get those results? Because like going to the gym, your effort will reflect your results. And it's exactly the same in Arbonne. So let your sponsor know, say to them, hey, you know, for the next 12 months, I'm a walker, or I'm a jogger, or I'm a runner, and let them know what it is that you're looking for. For me, I was looking for between £500 and £1,000 a month, and I was willing to put the effort in to make that happen. And for me, I loved that it was a residual income. So I knew that if I made the effort for 12 months, that if I was to step back once I built the business, that paycheck's going to keep coming to me like a royalty type paycheck. And that made me work in the beginning. And especially because it's a willable business, I wanted to hit level 2 where the business becomes willable to your loved one. So that really drove me. But everybody has different drives and ambitions. So let your sponsor know. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want to share with you what to do in your first 5 days. So here we have what to do in my first 5 days. So day 1, sign up to the website and pick your free gift. So the website in English sterling is £56 or 105 Australian dollars or 79 American dollars, or if you're in a different country, it's a different amount. And then you obviously want to order some products, because I always say to people, having your website is great, but the last thing that you want is for people that you talk to about this brand and you tell them how amazing this brand is. You say it's Swiss, it's the only company in the world that combines botanical ingredients with science. So they deliver results with the most highest quality of ingredients, you know, pure grown, they're sourced from the most incredible areas from around the globe. So when you share with people the Arbonne story, they obviously want the products, but then if they say to you, well, what are you using? And you then have that awkward moment where you go, well, I'm not using any of the products, it drops your credibility massively. And you want to be authentic, you want to be genuine. So I always say to people, you need to be using some of the brand. I'm not saying that switch everything in your house. Obviously you can if you wish. Arbonne's got over 500 products. If you wanted to, you could switch everything in one go. But for most people, they switch some things, and then as things run out, they replace it with Arbonne, because it's better to buy from your own shop. If you had a coffee shop, you wouldn't buy coffee from the coffee shop next door. You buy from yourself. So I always say to people, buy from your own business. It's a business expense. You get the products at cost, and then you can use them and talk about the products. So I always say to people, buy some of the products, whatever that is, some skincare, some cosmetics, nutrition, whatever it is that interests you. And then you get your free gift as well, because Arbonne will give you a free gift if you're buying products, because they want you to be using the brand, because Arbonne want their consultants to have integrity, which makes complete sense. So sign up to the website, put the products into your basket that you want, and pick your free gift. I personally recommend the Genius pads. They're worth the most, and they give the best, most unbelievable results. So people will see the difference in you from using the Genius pads. But You can choose something different if you wish. Then ask your sponsor to add you into the Do More, Be More, Have More Facebook Nation group. Now, this is our Facebook group that everybody is in, that everybody gains access to, and it's where all of the events go. It's where all of the information is filtered down. It's a bit like our own team hub, like a little staff room. So everything gets added into that. Now, there are a lot of people in that group. So some people do have smaller Facebook groups that probably aren't as busy. So that it's a bit more like a small hub, like a little team group. So just check with your sponsor about that, whether they should add you into just the Do More, Be More, Everybody Nation group, or whether you're going to be added into that and a little small one as well. Then ask your sponsor to add you into one WhatsApp support group if you have WhatsApp, that is. So that's good to connect in, Q&A, 24/7 asking questions. Watch this getting started video, so you can tick that off. Print the getting started document from the source. So I'm going to show you that. Let me just stop sharing my screen there. I'm going to show you, she says, the getting started document on the source. Okay, so you log onto your Arbonne website, and then if you go onto the source here, and you just type in getting started, there's a fantastic document to print off on here. It's come up right at the top. So this is starting your Arbonne journey, 90 days to getting started. So print that off and then start filling it in. This document is fantastic. It is, let's see how many pages it is. It's quite a few pages, 45 pages, but this is going to be like your everything. It has absolutely everything in this document. So print that off as soon as you're able to do that. Right, so I'm just going to go back to the 5 days. Okay, then you can tick that off. Right, so then on day 2, so the second day, so tomorrow, set up a new Facebook group, make it closed rather than public. Just add your sponsor to begin with. Don't add anybody else yet because you want to get the group set up first. Add a cover photo. You can name it whatever you want. Don't spend too much time worrying about the name because you can change the name in the future. So you could just put your name, like Danny Wells, Pure, Safe and Beneficial, because you can always change that. So don't worry too much about the name. And then you want to get your group up and running. Now you can ask your sponsor to give you some ideas of what to post in your new Facebook group, or we actually have a separate Facebook group called Ideas to post into your client group. So you can start copy and pasting those ideas, and then when your group is ready, then what you can do is ask your sponsor about how to get launched, and they can launch you into that group, and you can add in all your friends and family with their permission into the group. So you've got a little hub there, and you can share your experience. You can open your box in that group on a little video or a little live. You can make up a fizz stick in there. People can see how it tastes. You could use some of the skincare and show people how to go through it step by step, etc., etc. Right, so then day 3, you want to ask your sponsor when they're free to launch your business, because it is for them to help you get launched and to start strong. And then what they'll do is they'll have a conversation with you about launching you in person or online or both, and they'll get those dates in the diary. Online launches take between 30 and 60 minutes, and in-person launches take about 2 hours in total. And you want to try and do about 4 to 8 launches in your first couple of weeks, because that's going to give you the best possible start you could ever imagine with starting your business. And that will probably feel like quite a lot of intense work to begin with. But what I want you to know is that's not how it's going to always be. Getting your business up and off the ground is like a rocket ship. It requires the most amount of fuel in the first 2 to 3 weeks than it will do throughout the whole of the rest of the journey. So you want to try and condense and cram it into the beginning, get in as much as possible, and then know that then the rest of it is just going to start to organically grow. Day 4. You want to start inviting people from your 100-person list, and that is included on the document you're going to print from the source, and there's ideas on how to invite people on there. Have a go at making an online party. Your sponsor will be able to help you with that. So if you've never done one, don't panic. They'll be able to help you. And they will also help you schedule your posts as well, which is a great way to save you time if you don't have a lot of time. Day number 5. Print the team calendar and put the dates in your diary. So I'm just going to show you the team calendar. I've got it on here. So this is our team calendar. So print this off and pop these dates in your diary. Now, every single month, we have monthly training and recognition, which is always the first Monday of every single month, and unless it's a bank holiday. And all the dates are there. Every third month, we have a real special event where we actually do dinner and drinks before the training event for anybody that has achieved any promotions or bonuses in the 3-month run up to that event, where they get invited. It's an exclusive invite and they're fully paid for to have dinner and drinks. It's a real elaborate affair. And this is all in Stamford in the East Midlands in the UK. We've got big corporate events on here, fun days, leadership academies. The UK conference is in September. That's an absolute must. And we have a global training conference in Las Vegas every April or May. Christmas party and other different trips. So we're all going on the Jamaica trip soon and California. So there's lots of different trips and things. So make sure you pop those dates in your diary so that they're there. And then ask your sponsor to add you into the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond information group on Facebook so that you can start learning about the 30 Days Health Program that Arbonne do, because this is going to be incredible for you to do, but also for you to gather 5 to 10 friends and family to do it with you. All of the products have a full 45-day money-back guarantee, so people can do the 30 Days Health Program with you, and if they don't see life-changing results at the end, they can send it back for full refund, even if everything's completely empty, which is incredible. And then have a look in the Google Drive. So to go to the Google Drive, you go into the Do More, Be More, Have More Nation group, and you open up the announcements at the top. Now, when you open up these announcements, she said, I'm trying to get to the top. Sorry, you won't be able to see this, but on Zoom, there's like a drop down that drops. Right, so on the announcements, there is one called Extended Free Business Building Information. If you open up that announcement, it's a bit like a pinned post, you will see the Google Drive here. If you click on that Google Drive, it's going to open up all these folders for you to be able to print documents off. So the one that I would go into is the one that says Print Me, and print off these documents so that you've got them. This What to Do in Your First 5 Days is here, and everything else that we've talked about will be in these documents here. So you've got those. Just go back to the 5 days one. Right, so that's what to do in your first 5 days. And then after that, we have a team daily tracker where you can spend 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, working on your Arbonne business. So if you don't know what to do in that 1 hour, it might be your lunch break, it might be before the kids wake up in the morning, it might be when you get home, it might be when the kids get back. If you can focus on 1 hour a day, 5 days a week of building your Arbonne business, and you think, okay, I can dedicate that. What do I actually have to do? This is what the tracker's all about. Now, I'm not going to go through the tracker right now because you are going through the getting started process, but your sponsor will be able to talk you through it. But if you could print that off, that would be so helpful. We also have team training online in UK time every Monday night at 9 o'clock. All team training at 9 o'clock. And sometimes some of your teams will do a small team training at 8 o'clock or 8:15. So just check with your sponsor who introduces you to the business about those times. And what you need for that is to download Zoom. So if you just go into Google and type in Zoom, it will come up with zoom.us. And all you need to do is to download the app of using Zoom and make an account. It's free to make an account. And once you've done that, you can just click join a meeting, and you just need the code to be able to type in here. So you just type the code in. So on a Sunday night, 9 o'clock, it's 337-600-0859. Enter, and that will join you into the meeting. So it's like a Skype call, a conference call. Very easy, very straightforward. Okay. So I just wanted to also talk about the Hello Future page. So you've probably already been in the Hello Future page. This is a page for all friends and family. So you can add your friends and family into the Hello Future page who are looking at the business or want to see what you're doing. They want to support you. This has the whole Arbonne community within our team. So people share their testimonies in here. People share photographs of the fun things that they're doing in here. We also have every Tuesday night live success stories where somebody successful in Arbonne is interviewed and asked questions about what did you do? How did you get started? What was your occupation that you did alongside Arbonne? So that's always really great to tune into if you can. If you can't watch them live, the recordings are left up. And then every Wednesday night, we do also have a business overview presentation, which is called a DA, which stands for Discover Arbonne presentation. And that's every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, again, live in the Hello Future group. If you don't catch it live, you can always watch it back, which is absolutely fine. Okay, I'm just going to see if there's any other documents that I just needed to show you. I don't believe that there is, so I'm just going to go back here. Okay, so the last couple of things I just wanted to go through was your welcome pack. So in your welcome pack, you would have got this folder here with all of your documents in. So a few things to have a look at. So the success plan talks about the income that you're able to make within the business. You've also got some leaflets in here. So you've got a welcome to the team letter. Hopefully you can see that. You've got an independent consultant cash bonus. So these are the cash bonuses that you can earn. So you can have a look at that. When you promote to district manager, you can earn this water bottle and this whole anti-aging skincare set. And there's those Genius pads that I always recommend that people get for free. You've got some, what's this one? That's a income summary. You've got 15 important things to know about having a compliant business. You've got terms and conditions, and then other little bits of paperwork that you can have a little look through. You also get 10 sample strips of the skincare range. So these sample strips, you get these for free included in your business pack, but then once they're gone, you can actually purchase samples at your leisure to get 10 of those. You also get 10 catalogs, whichever the new ones are at that moment in time, so you can give them out. So you have a look through your welcome box and see everything that you've got and read through everything. I highly recommend reading one of the information book catalogs from cover to cover, especially the beginning about Peter's vision, about why he set up Arbonne, because Arbonne wasn't set up to be a profit-driven company. It was set up to basically change the world. It was basically set up to enable people to be able to use healthy products that are safe for them, that actually do what they say they're going to do, and to do it through a word-of-mouth industry, which enables women, but men can do this as well. But his original vision was to enable women to be able to be at home, be present with their children, and have an income, and not have to sacrifice one or the other. So have a read through the catalogue. 3 books that I recommend you purchase as quickly as you're able to are this book by Don Failure, which is called The 45-Second Presentation, or it's also known as Own Your Life. It's exactly the same book. I highly recommend you buy this. You can buy it secondhand for a couple of pounds, or you can buy it brand new for probably £5. This talks about the business model of network marketing. So for you building an Arbonne business, this will be the best book that you can possibly buy that will explain everything. When I first read this, I read it within about 3 hours, and I was blown away that I'd never heard of the concept of network marketing, yet it's so genius. So I really recommend buying that. I also recommend buying GoPro. Brand new, this is about £5, or you can buy it secondhand for a couple of pounds. GoPro talks about the only 7 skills that you will need to master to become a network marketing professional. 7 skills, that's it. So if you want to know what those 7 skills are and how to master them, GoPro is your book. And then lastly, Richard Bliss Brooks, The 4-Year Career. So he talks about building a network marketing business for 4 years and how that will give you the retirement income every month for the rest of your life, the same way that winning the lottery and living off the interest would do. So this book is genius. So I'd recommend those 3 books. Oh, I've also got my tracker printed off here. So I print one of these off every single month. And I'm pretty sure I've gone through everything. Yeah, I think that's it. So what I would say is speak to your sponsor now about going through what to do in your first 5 days. Print off that document from the source about getting started. And I just want to give you a massive, massive top tip. This is my big top tip. Plug in, and by that I mean get involved with the team WhatsApp, the team Facebook group, and the Monday night team trainings, because by plugging in, you're going to pick up golden nuggets of information from people that you just don't always get from a book or from a training course. So listening to what other people say and being around people that are growing the business in the same way that you want to grow your business, you're going to be able to really, really push yourself more than what you ever would. When I first started this business, I didn't know anybody successful in it. So what I did was I found people that were successful, and I asked them, can I get onto your team trainings? Can you add me into your WhatsApp? Can I be at a coffee event when you do a coffee event? And I just plugged into everything that I could do in the first probably 90 days so that I could watch firsthand and soak up what they were doing and be able to kind of duplicate and copy what they were doing in my own way with my own spin on it. So plug in, especially in your first 90 days, because that's where you're going to gather the most of what you need. And then after that, you can obviously put your own spin on it. You can build your business however which way you wish, but for your first 90 days, just soak up what everybody else is doing and have fun, because this is a really fun business. One of the best things about Arbonne is, yes, you make an income, but the best thing is the fun that you have, the people that you're around, and the things that you learn. It's priceless, absolutely priceless. So good luck, and if I haven't met you in person yet, I can't wait to.